had to rewire my brain. Those are Reese Witherspoon's words. Not from a movie, not from a script, but from her own life. Because behind the Oscars, the flawless red carpets, and the billion-dollar production empire, there's a woman who once lived inside an abusive relationship. Not the kind with bruises you can see, but the kind that eats away at you silently. Psychological, verbal, invisible scars that make you question your worth, your sanity, your entire self. And the truth? Reese says she was so young and vulnerable, she actually started to believe all those awful things about herself were true. This is the story of how Reese Witherspoon escaped, rebuilt, and reclaimed her power. Subscribe right now for more fame insights, because the stories you think you know are only half the truth. Reese grew up ambitious and determined. By her early 20s, she was not just acting, but navigating Hollywood's ruthless expectations. She looked confident, but privately she was unraveling. She found herself in a relationship that was controlling and emotionally abusive. "I was really young," she admits. "I didn't see the dynamics happening, the manipulation, the belittling, the slow erosion of her spirit. On the outside, she was thriving. Inside, her identity was slipping away." She says she truly believed the cruel words that she wasn't good enough, wasn't lovable, wasn't worthy. Reese revealed the depth of it on the Interview podcast. She explained that leaving wasn't the hardest part. The real battle came after. "I had to rewire my brain," she said. "It wasn't overnight. It was years of rebuilding confidence, years of unlearning the poison she had absorbed, years of showing compassion for the girl she once was, scared, stuck, but still surviving. And all this while living in a spotlight where every misstep could be magnified, every emotion turned into a headline." She admitted she became very good at doing the right thing, while hiding her pain behind a perfect exterior. Fans and media were stunned by her honesty. Social feeds filled with gratitude, people saying they finally felt seen. Others called Reese's words a lifeline, proof that emotional abuse is real, damaging, and survivable. Celebrities praised her too, with many hinting at their own experiences. A few critics asked, "Why now?" But Reese has opened up in pieces over the years. This time she chose clarity, and her words cut deep. Notice how she never named the abuser, because this isn't about blame. It's about healing. She stresses how easily abuse hides in plain sight, especially when you're young and desperate to make things work. And she makes it clear, recovery is not a single moment. It's a long road of self-reconstruction. Psychologists say emotional abuse rewires the brain, but healing can rewire it back. Through therapy, boundary setting, and self-compassion, survivors slowly replace lies with truth. You are enough. You are worthy. Reese's story is a textbook example of this journey. For Reese, this confession doesn't weaken her image. It strengthens it. She's no longer just a star. She's a survivor, an advocate, a human mirror for millions who've endured silent pain. Her story echoes others: Demi Lovato, Angelina Jolie, and countless unnamed survivors. But what sets Reese apart is her timing. Speaking now, at 49, after decades of silence, with wisdom that hits differently, Reese Witherspoon shows us that strength isn't never breaking. It's rebuilding after you do. So I'll leave you with this. If you could ask Reese one question about her healing journey, what would it be? Share in the comments, because these conversations matter more than we realize. And remember, you are never defined by the words of someone who tried to break